Vivy Fluorite Eye Song is now a couple episodes into its run, and it's shown itself to be a frontrunner for my favorite anime of the season so far. In a not too distant future, around 2156-ish, artificial intelligence begin destroying humanity. While the world is under attack, one person sends an AI named Matsumoto back 100 years to the only AI from that time period whose body is still intact. Now, I'm sure for a lot of people, that premise, alongside the stunning artwork in the show, is more than enough to grab your attention, because it's a damn good hook, but we've seen it before. Going back in time to stop an AI uprising is a cool and interesting story that has been done many times, but understandably still pulls a lot of people in. But there is one extra thing about this show I really want to focus on, but let's build up some context. I'll be spoiling most of the first 2 episodes of Vivy, as well as some of the 3rd one, so if you're interested in this and more anime content, make sure to subscribe. A few decades from now, people begin to create highly intelligent AI to perform different tasks. At first, they're trained on a large number of duties, but they're unable to handle so many tasks at once and instead are set to a single protocol. Think of it like they're assigned a job that they train for from creation until they're destroyed. In this present day, we meet Diva, the world's first autonomous AI. She's able to think for herself, but seems to tie her morals to her single purpose, which is making people happy with her singing. Even though she's literally the next step of development for the AI, she's not treated any differently, and is instead just used to fill a small stage at a theme park where she sings for an almost empty audience. One day, Matsumoto enters her timeline through her code and begins to explain their mission. Matsumoto's been sent back 100 years to stop certain events from happening in order to ultimately prevent the massacre of the human race. Diva doesn't believe him, even though he's fast-talking, witty, and hilarious. I suppose I wouldn't want to listen to a random voice in my head either. Matsumoto doesn't know if he can really trust Diva since she's not really a chosen one, but simply the only available vessel for him to return to this period in time. This gives us the ability to learn about the future in small pieces over the same time that Diva does. The two set their first mission on saving a higher up at an AI company who is attempting to pass a law giving certain social rights to AI called the AI Naming Law. This man is going to be murdered that night by a terrorist group that is against the existence of AI, which given our current context may not be so irrational. They are able to save him, but in doing so inadvertently give him the Mewtwo speech about how life is a gift and it's all up to you how you use it. So although they stopped the naming law, they may have ended up sparking a larger danger down the line. Diva returns to her small stage, only ever visited by her one human friend, a young girl who will be involved in a show-defining accident. Matsumoto has access to world events leading up to his creator's demise 100 years from now, but the strict protocol he follows is not to interfere with any unnecessary events. This is what gives me the little extra push to follow this show. Despite being more advanced and filled with personality, Matsumoto has a very Machiavellian black and white view on his mission. His job is to stop the destruction of the human race by only interfering with necessary world events. Unlike Diva, he has no compassion for others and cares very little for this current timeline. So when Diva finds out her friend is going to die in a plane crash and attempts to stop it, Matsumoto literally rips her limb from limb to stop her from interfering in something that he is determined doesn't matter. This is where the conflict of the show comes from. Instead of an all-powerful AI guiding Diva around to do his chores and errands, we're watching a compassionate, self-thinking person named Diva struggle to save the world while practically under the control of a god-level AI who only cares for the people of the future and leaves no room for considering the current world. The 3rd episode gives us an opportunity to see their viewpoints clash. The basic idea is that a character is going to kill a lot of innocent people, and that fact, regardless of context, is correct. Therefore, Matsumoto must kill her, while Diva believes that they should attempt to learn more about them and possibly find a way to stop this crime from happening. This kind of conflict between our two main characters working towards the same goal is what drives this show for me. The art style is also really interesting. The level of polish is something I'm surprised I'm not hearing about as much as I think I should be. Vivy does some very interesting things with its visuals. The flash forward scenes are all shown in a different aspect ratio, like we're watching a movie of what could happen. That also narrows our focus down to the current mission and takes away space from any other aspects like modern day humans. It's almost like we're looking at the world the way Matsumo sees it. We also begin to see many more human-looking AI each episode, with the only way to tell them apart being a small symbol on their neck. But often in serious shots we're given close-ups on the AI that show incredibly beautiful detail, but in a very creepy way. It gives you the sense that they're fabricated and aren't truly human. This anime is definitely one on my radar this season, and depending on the episode structure, may even be one that I'm open to reviewing frequently throughout its run.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. It's me, Derek Snow, voice actor. Be sure to check out more Why I Love and 1AM anime videos. Okay, bye.